Good morning, everyone. This is Wartenn. We're doing another Europa Universalis 4 game here. Gonna start a new game here alone. Going to do an achievement run with Ethiopia, trying to do the Prestor John achievement. Really curious about this one because it means you have to take Ethiopia, a country down here that's Coptic, in the Sea of Sunni, and you have to bring it up. You have to take Alexadria, which is right in here. You have to take Antioch, and then you have to take out Constantinople, which means, as a small country, or a relatively decent size, I guess, but still a fairly small country on the Horn of Africa, you have to roll up through the Mamluks, one of the powers, and into the Ottomans, who, outside of the Big Blue Blob and Castile and Austria, is probably one of the most powerful nations in this game, and honestly speaking, probably one of the easier nations to play, and yet still fun. But, so we're going to do Ethiopia here. Let's get this kicked off. We're going to do Iron Man, because you can't get achievements without it. So, we'll just do Ethiopia. We'll do Prestor John. Start. The invention of local autosaves for Iron Man mode was nothing short of amazing. Really, truly. Alright, so, like we're looking at here, our religion map, we do have some Coptic countries near us. Kaffa's Coptic, and all but one of its provinces is Coptic. Eldorado here is Coptic, and I think they've got a couple of, one animist and one Sunni. And there's a fair bit of Coptic up here in Makuria, but they're not. They're actually a Sunni country. So, short term, it's going to be secure down here as much as possible, and then probably take out Yemen without, calling down the wrath of the Mamluks, because that's going to be the trick. Alright, so let's pick our first rivals here. Who's rivaled us? No one's rivaled us yet. Well, Adal's got the port to the sea, so they're going on the list. Realistically, anyone nearby me is just their fish food. I have to go after them. I know Yemen's going to end up on the list. I like some early power projection, if at all possible, though. I think I'm going to rival, I'm going to rival my neighbor. Even though they are Coptic, I could try and go after them a little bit more peacefully. Kaffa's not a bad one. If you're going to vassalize them, it's tough to diplo-vassalize them, because you have to be a fair bit bigger than them. But they're totally possible to, war vassalize. And then you can have them, you can sit them in the back pocket, and pay for them when you have points, which is nice. I think I picked all my guys, though. I need one more. So you can either pick them and just go after them just right away, right out the gate, and then just take him as a vassal. Get some really fast. I think we're going to do that. That's exactly what we're going to do. You get some really early power projection. Yeah, we're totally going to take that, because that's going to give me a claim. Yep. Gives me a claim, gives me a CB, so I can realistically, day one, go to war with these guys. Not going to go to war with them day one, but it'll be close. Let's check our numbers here. We're only one unit down, so we're going to build that guy. Okay. Oh, we have autonomy everywhere. I'm not going to push this yet. Normally if I see -9 like this, I love this change, by the way. Normally if I see this -9 like this, or 9.2, 9.2, 9.2, yeah, I drop those, but if I'm going to go to war almost right away out the gates, and knowing that I'm going to be at war a fair bit here, I'm not going to push going after that. So we're making okay money. The one major advantage that Ethiopia has is it starts out with amazing ruler, who is 29 years old and is a 655. I mean, we're in the Muslim tech group, which is actually not as bad as it could be. I think that's what most of our neighbors are as well. Yeah, pretty much everyone down here is Western or Muslim. Until you get down to Kilwa. They're down into this area. Oh, they are too. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's just over to the beginning of the horn. So, coming after this group, eventually, mostly because at some point, I would love to get down into Mutapa and take the gold provinces, because who doesn't like easy money? But that's a long time off, and, in the opposite direction of our goals. Ideally, we do want to westernize. We do want to find a western neighbor that we can buddy up to and have something adjacent with. That's going to be a trick. The couple of times when I've played through the beginnings of this game in the past, it's very difficult to get a Western ally, at least until you're already knocking on the Mamluks, and then you can maybe buddy up to Venice. But we've got to secure this region first. So, all right. So we got our troop building. We should get an advisor. Don't have a focus out the gate. That's good. We're gonna need. I don't have enough troops to make that worth it, so we're going to do morale of armies. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do yearly inflation reduction guy. And hope that he stays around a really long time. Personally, and I know I'm kind of odd in this, in the way I play this part of it is, I really, really, really dislike having inflation. It just makes the entire game more expensive, especially late game, which, generally speaking, you do have more money than sense, but still. We should check where our merchants are at. They should be auto-placed. They should be doing stuffs. I have 2 merchants. Can I not reach this? I don't know why they weren't placed. Let's unpause. Okay, so he's on the way. And there's no way I can reach over into either Ceylon or Indus nodes. Or Goa. So, we'll actually have this guy collect here. Alright. We'll kick the speed up just a scotch. I didn't think about this. We should embargo our neighbors, or embargo our rivals. I'm not going to do that just because I know I'm going to go to war with them almost right out of the gate. That's funny. They're in perfect relations with me. I think we just day 1 to clear on this. Or, not day 1, but pretty close. Yeah, they didn't start us out with a leader. That's alright. Alright. Yeah, and these guys all start with 3 guys. Helen of Ethiopia. Early in his reign, King Zara-Yacob married the daughter of one of the Muslim chiefs of the kingdom. As the young woman converted and said her vows to the Ethiopian emperor, there's no way to know this would turn out to be one of the most influential persons in Ethiopian politics for years to come. Eleni, or Helen, would in time serve not only her husband, but several successive kings after him as an able advisor and power behind the throne. This must be part of the Women in Europa pack. Or it could be, I mean, it's tough to tell. Oh, good. I mean, that's awesome. It's a cool event. It's nice history flavor. I like 25 admin points. I'm not hiring a level 3 anything in year 0 of the game. But that's alright. I like free admin points. I do like the text, the flavor text they kind of dropped in with a lot of that stuff. Oh, no. Move there. And we'll just carpet siege them down. I should say I'm playing with, at this point, all of the DLC, so I'm up through Eldorado. I guess the downside is we're not going to be showing off a lot of the Eldorado features with this Let's Play, simply because of the achievement we're going for. I might, depending on, end up taking exploration ideas, and in which case we will see a little bit of it. Just because it's an easy way to be able to get to Westernize. To be able to take a colonist, drop down to the Cape here. Wait for the autosave. Drop down to the Cape here, jump over to the Cape, and then go up. It's a really nice way of being able to handle some of that, but... Alright, centralization reforms of Zara-Yacob. Under the care of the Salamnic dynasty, Ethiopia has grown from a kingdom into a great empire. However, diverse regions under a rule lack common language, religion, or administrative system. Zara-Yacob, the most able ruler Ethiopia has seen in a long time, has prepared a number of reforms that might go a long way towards creating a more unified state. We must centralize the state, giving us global national unrest, but monthly autonomy change. Not a lot, but it's some. Or we can take a free point of stability. I really like stability. I really like passive monthly autonomy change, but I think the key here is this is going to give me blanket unrest, where this is going to give me blanket negative unrest. So we're going to take advantage of this. Oof, we're losing money due to reinforcements. Only downside of carpet sieging early. We're going to take advantage of this, and we're just going to drop a point in. Why is my... I don't have... Oh. Oh. I didn't realize they were this bad off. And there's a Jewish province? Really? Eldorado. Because Eldorado actually unlocked... I mean, you could with... If you had Crusader Kings 2 and you transferred over, you could have a Jewish country, but I don't think that was how that was in the past. That's interesting. Is there any more Jewish provinces down here? No. And of course, the Great Catholic Blob up top. I think that is literally the only province in the game, unless you create a custom nation that starts as Jewish. That's the only province that's that kind of that pinkish color. That's awesome. I totally didn't know they were there. I do like Jewish. I would love to. At some point here, I'm gonna end up playing a game, grabbing or creating a custom nation and playing them as Jewish, just because I love the benefits of their religion. Coptic's not bad. Tolerance of true faith +2, so they get the benefits of Catholic without the negative of Catholic, which is awesome. And then they get fort defense, which isn't a huge deal, but it's kind of fun. Alright, so back to what we were doing. We were going to boost stability. It's kind of expensive, but we'll do that. Just because we can then get us up to +2 right away, which is awesome. I'm not going to be stupid and get those guys out of there. We're going to roll them around here. Make sure I don't have... Oh, we're going to get them out of there too. Okay. Oh, no. Not walking through enemy territory. Just to get as much out of there as possible, let them reinforce faster, and if I can have a positive balance, that's a good thing. Realistically, I should probably just need to finish this siege. The other ones are going to finish before it anyway, so it's not going to matter. So I'll have to have their capital sieged out for them to want to. I could full annex them. They're totally possible to full annex. Yeah, at 36, they're totally possible. 1, 2, 2, 3. I mean, it's not like the core costs on these would be enormous. But we're going to be coring enough other stuff. There, 84. We'll pause here. Should be more than enough. Become a vassal. Oh, you don't want to become a vassal yet. Alright. You'll get full siege out, and then you'll do it anyways. You can walk through, that's fine. What's our max manpower right now? 18.9. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I really should be using my diplomats to be fabbing claims right now. I don't know why I'm not. Yeah, so Medjugorje here is going to be an early target just because they're also fairly small. Adal, we're going to be taking stuff off them as often as possible until they're gone. Probably in fairly small chunks. I wouldn't mind taking them just little piece by little piece. Monopoly company formed. So do we take the trade efficiency and Diplo points? Or ducats? Is this piece still going to cost me Diplo points? Yes, it is. I mean, this could offset. Thing is I don't make a lot of money off trade right now. What's my trade balance? Yeah, trade's 1.3, so even increasing it by 15%. It's not going to be a lot. Over how long? 10 years? I normally love this idea, and I normally almost always take the long-term investment aspects of these things. It's not that, I like points. I'm taking it purely for the points. So now that they're fully sieged, they'll accept, and then I'm going to take all of their money because reasons. It is going to give me 0.17 inflation, but we've got inflation reducing, guys, so it's going to take like 2 years and that'll be gone. I'm okay with that. Alright, so we'll pull him out. Wow, even with a 2 stability. We're going to end up with a horrible religious unity for quite a while, and that's not going to be good for us. So we're going to start by throwing a royal marriage at these guys. Good job, little vassal. We rival these guys. That's not the screen I want. Oh, this one. So I could start out. I could vassalize just both of these guys just right out of the gates, and they have no allies. They're Coptic, which makes them really. It makes it really rough for them to get relationships. Anyways, it's the problem we're going to run into. It's one of the reasons actually that you almost want to think as Ethiopia to keep one of these two around in some form. I need to go cancel my mission. Yep. We can do it in here. That's fine. You keep one of these two around simply because you don't have a lot of other ways to get that royal marriage. And so you don't have good ways of getting that legitimacy tick up. You don't have good ways of boosting that heir chance. So that part's really kind of rough. I know it's one of... Yeah. You're getting 25% chance increase to new heir? Yay! Yeah, we should look at these ideas quick. So, Ethiopian ideas are national manpower mod plus 20%. That explains why we're so high already. Land attrition minus 10%, which is kind of cool. And then yearly legitimacy plus 1 base once we get everything finished out. Prestige, chance of new heir, more fort defense, yay. Yeah, we do have hostile borders. Diplo rep, which by the time we get there, we might still have vassals, we might not. I'm not sure how much we're going to end up vassaling other stuff. Ark of the Covenant. Stability cost mod, missionary strength. That's pretty cool, and that will be enormously useful, because seeing as we are in the Ocean of Sunni, we are going to end up taking religious ideas. So religious ideas plus this means we're going to be able to convert stuff fairly fast. That's an awesome one. Love that, and I love seeing discipline anywhere I can. So that stuff's all good. I'm good with all of that. Alright, so we're fabricating a claim there. We're going to need a reason up here to go to war with them. We'll say to take Butana. And now we wait. Once one of these finishes out, I'm not sure if we'll end up... I think what we'll do is we'll get a second claim against Adal. They also don't have alliances yet. Wow, no one has alliances yet? What is this? What kind of land is this? It's not Sparta. But we'll pause here because we're out of time for the first episode. So thanks for joining me. If you like this, like, subscribe, hit me up. I appreciate it. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time.